Shedeur Sanders slid all the way to the 5th round. Browns traded up to acquire him. Barry, on the message they sent to Sanders.
I think our message to him, it's really all this. It's like, look, got to come in and work, and you got to come in and compete. That's the message. Nothing's given. Given the nature of the weekend for him, relative to, let's say, external expectation versus what happened, we did tell him that it really doesn't matter where you picked; it's what you do from that point forward. Because that's the reality for all the guys that we selected this weekend. In terms of his reaction, I just say it was probably a mixture of gratitude, relief, and determination. That would probably be the best way to characterize it. But he's certainly ready to go.
Scott, we play that clip, and I know you wrote an article just about how Shedeur said he didn't focus on the whole slide. Take us through that.
Yeah, I was impressed with him. We talked to him, 5 or 6 o'clock on Saturday, and obviously he'd been the story of the draft, and the slide had been the story, and that's got to be tough to take personally. And you're watching everybody talk about it, and the focus is on you for not a good thing. And he could have went a bunch of different ways in the interview. He could have ripped the teams for not taking him. He could have said he's going to make everybody that passed on him regret it. And who knows? Maybe he will the next time we talk to him. And there'd be benefit to that too. Like, you could understand the thought process and searching for motivation and the chip on your shoulder. But in the immediate aftermath, he said, I'm not going to focus on the negativity. And it was, I just wanted an opportunity. I got one. He said, there's a bunch of talented people in this draft. Where you go doesn't really matter as long as you get taken. He didn't even rip the kid that prank called him, which is a tough moment. You think you're going to the Saints in the 2nd round. You wind up not going to the 5th round. And he said, hey, people do childish things. So I thought he handled himself really well. And obviously, we're going to focus a lot on how he handles himself, because that was such a question throughout the draft process. It's probably the reason he slipped into the 5th round, is questions, or not questions, but rubbing people the wrong way during the draft process. And I thought his first experience after being drafted with the Browns went well.